What's up, guys? David Mckinzie here, and this is the Voice of Boise show. And our guest today is Brent Hansen, the CEO of City of Trees Real Estate. There he is. Oh man, looking good. We both wear black too.
Yeah, look at that. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man. No, this is exciting. I do want to say, before we start the episode, this is our first episode, and I'm a classic rock guy. That those of you that don't know. So I have the Beatles album, all their #1 hits. So I have this album here today, showcasing it's our first episode of the Voice of Boise show. So hey, shout out to the Beatles with that. Brent, what's new, man? How's life?
Oh man, life is good.
Yeah.
Life is good. I got a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old, so it's fast paced. Fast paced is good though.
Yeah, that's good, man. I wanted to, share a little bit of your stats, what you did last year in 2020. Number 2 in Boise. That's number 67 in the nation out of 180,000 for Keller Williams. 415 units in 2020. And this is just your 6th full year in real estate, man. I mean, so to kind of start this, how in a pandemic, 2020, with those type of gigantic numbers, do you find that astronomical success?
First of all, effort plus consistency will outpace talent every single day. It's great.
Effort plus consistency will outpace talent every day.
Times 2.
I love that.
Times 2. I am not a ultra talented guy. I'm just super consistent and I work my tail off. I'm gritty, right?
Yeah.
I get down, I get my hands dirty, I do the work.
Right.
And I always have. I've always been that way. So I have this, I call it a Life 411, right? And so it's a kind of tactile way to take something from a North Star all the way down to your daily activities. And that's where the consistency comes in, is when you tie your daily activities to where are you trying to get to?
Yeah.
And then I break it down even more and I have life accounts. So it's not
Life
just
accounts, okay.
yeah, it's not just a North Star in my business, it's a North Star in my spiritual life. It's a North Star in my physical life. It's a North Star in my mental life.
Right.
And so each one of those has its own North Star that kind of guide me in each area.
And I think if you do that very, very well, you will find that North Star, because now you're aligning yourself physically, emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, and then you align. Because I tell people, Steph Curry, Tom Brady, these great athletes and business people, it's not the actual skill that they're good at, but it's the things behind the scenes of, man, their family life is in line, they're working out every day, they're involved, and you're a huge John Maxwell guy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You gave me the book, so he's a huge guy on those same things, leadership and those type of things. So kind of tell me how John Maxwell has been a huge component in your motivation and in your life.
So John Maxwell's been big for me because it's consistency in the thought process of leadership, right?
Oh, okay.
So you can be a leader in your household, you can be a leader in your organization, you can be a leader to your friends and family, to your vendors, whoever it is in your life, you can be a leader. If you're an employee, you can lead. It's called a 360-degree leader. You can lead up, you can lead down, you can lead sideways.
Right.
And so really it's a mindset. That's what I love about John Maxwell. I mean, it's a mindset of how you're going to behave as a human being to other people.
I think this episode is going to help so many people that's why I wanted to bring you on, because anybody out there watching who is working a job, whatever they're doing, but they still feel there's something in them as an inner calling to go do. These are the keys that can help them kind of step out. So I think we touched on finding the North Star. We touched on, the routines, the Tom Brady-esque type things. Now I want to flow into this. Once you find that North Star, once you find that vision, then how do you start finding the right quality of people to align with to then help you just push to that goal? Because this is another key component. You got to be around other Eagles who feel that way too. So how important, touch a little bit on how important that is.
Oh, so it's the most important thing, man. Yeah. Culture eats systems and processes for lunch, bro. Like, I'm serious.
That's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
So, and you can have the best systems and processes, the best organization, and if you have a crappy culture, you're done.
That's very true.
So, here's what I do. Anytime I start working with a business, right? The first thing I do is we sit down with anybody that's a part of that business at the time, and we develop their mission, vision, values, beliefs, and perspectives, right? And it's because when you're looking for someone who's hungry, humble, smart, and loyal, right? It's not loyal to you. Like they don't need to be loyal to me.
Right.
They need to be loyal to the mission of the organization, and the mission is what really finds people that align with you, right?
Yeah.
So my company, City of Trees Real Estate, our mission is to improve lives through giving expertise and opportunity.
Right.
I can tell you pretty quickly when I'm sitting down with someone, if they don't align with that, I can tell really quickly.
Very quickly.
Yeah. And hey, you're super talented. You're going to put up a lot of units. You're going to do a lot of work. And you know what? Let's shake hands, part ways. You don't align with my mission.
Man, and see, that's how we connected the first time we met. We knew there was something.
Yeah.
The energy was so aligned.
Yeah.
That we knew, okay, we're on the same page here. For example, I got to play with Coach Pete. Coach Pete's a huge person on culture at Boise State football, who would take 1 to 2 star guys, develop them in the culture, and then 4 years later, they're beating 4 or 5 star guys in big bowl games. So I guess one of my final questions would be for you. You know, how does one, you know, if they are, you know, they have the balance, they have the routine, they have the North Star, because these are all good attributes here. Now it's when you follow that North Star, everything's not going to be all, you know, always roses and daisies, right? There's going to be down days.
Yeah.
How does one get out of that down day, or, you know, if a door is closed, or if a dream might be shattered, but they still have to overcome that? How does one get themselves back in the energy state of how they felt when they first found the North Star?
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Man, that's a loaded question.
Yeah.
That's a loaded question.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So before someone gets into anything,
Yeah.
right? Seth Godin talks about the dip, right?
Yeah.
And this is this process of saying, hey, you have the beginning stages, and this is now me talking. This is not Seth's model. It's I took his model, kind of adapted it.
Right.
But you have that first stage where it's like the yearn stage. It's the honeymoon stage, right? You got high clarity. You have high chemistry, you have low clarity.
Yeah.
Right? You're feeling it. But then you're going to have those days where you have high clarity, low chemistry. Like you're like, I know what's going on
Right.
in my business. It ain't good. And my chemistry is just low. Right? And so, and then the last one is enduring. Like getting to the point where chemistry, clarity is high. Here's the thing, man. A great leader's think in models. Right? So if you have that model and you know that there's the yearn phase, the earn phase, and the endure phase. Hey, I'm in the earn phase right now.
Right.
It's just a phase that I'm in, and if I stay consistent, if I stay gritty, if I do what I'm supposed to do, there was always light at the end of the tunnel. So it's a model. It's understanding that everything has a pattern.
I love that, man. In other words, if you're in a situation where you have a setback, it's just a season, not a destination.
That's right.
Basically. I love that, man. So, I mean, to close, man, kind of tell people where they can, you know, find City of Trees, you know, if it's Instagram, website, all that, and kind of what are some of the things you guys got coming up next, man?
So where you can find us, cityoftreesrealestate.com. You can call 208-278-6880. I dare you to call at any time. We'll always answer.
I love it.
Yeah. So, and you know what's next for us, as a company is, you know, it's never about the units. It's never about the production. I feel like that's a big byproduct of what we do, right? So for me, what's next as a company is to find better ways to give back to the community, better ways to improve our expertise so we can continue to add value to people in our lives. I mean, that's always next. That's our North Star, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
You guys heard it here first. Brent, dude, thanks again, man.
Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
This is great.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.